It's time for Ariel's Prop Stop. Congratulations on the Alcantara play. I have something I want to hit you with before we get you to your plays today, because we went on the air talking about these nerfy bets, and I guess there's a whole Twitter community of people that get their brains together on games they like for no first inning runs, and we showed you that person that went 12 for 12 yesterday. Here's the actual number, and I'm curious your thoughts. Entering play today, teams had scored at least one first inning run in just about 27% of first inning opportunities. There have been 150 first innings that have had runs out of about 550 first innings. So that cashes, that first inning run cashes at only 27%. Wouldn't it make sense to then pepper the board with a bunch of nerfy bets, no first inning run every night?
Yeah, I guess it makes sense. Only here at MLB Network can you get that kind of information. I don't do nerfies and yerpies. There's just way too much variance. I do know some people that have a handicapping method. They look at lefty-righty splits. They see who's on the mound versus who's got the top 3 or 5 spots in the order. They see if there's a good pitching matchup there to bet their nerfies and yerpies. Yeah,
and if there's a good pitching matchup, sometimes that nerfy bet, no first inning run, you'll have to lay 150, 160. But again, it cashes at about 75% this year, so it's something to watch. Now, let's get to your plays today, Ariel. You've got a couple of plays in this Cubs-Braves finale that's on MLB Network tonight, the showcase game. And they're not nerfy bets, but they are related to the early part of the game. Tell us what you like.
Close to a nerfy. I'm going with the first 3 under 2.5 runs in Atlanta, Chicago. First off, this is a revenge spot for the Chicago Cubs starter Drew Smyly. He pitched for the Atlanta Braves last year and won a World Series with them. Looking back to his first 3 games of the season, the only time that he's allowed a run in the first 3 was the last outing he had against the Pittsburgh Pirates. That was his second time in 3 starts going up against Pittsburgh. Before that, shut out the first 2 teams he faced in the first 3 innings. Over to the Atlanta side, their starter Kyle Wright still has not allowed a run in the first 3 innings of any of his first 3 starts. Go with the first 3 under 2.5 runs.
All right, I'm not sure if you're talking out of both sides of your mouth or not, because your next bet from this game is that the Cubs will be the first to score. Do you like the plus money, or do you really think that Kyle Wright's going to get scored upon finally?
Hey, I could still hit the first 3 under 2.5 if the Cubs are up 1-0. First off, you're getting plus money on a team that's going to hit first. Then you've got the Cubs who have this crazy trend. 13-5 they are for scoring first in all their games to start the year. 13-5 to score first. Atlanta, 8-11. They're below 500 at scoring first. The Cubs, way above 500. Give me the Cubs plus 105.
All right. No, you're right. You could hit both of those still. I like that. That does correlate to a degree. I've got some questions for you, too, on one of the other late games tonight. There aren't many because of all the day games, and that's this Diamondbacks-Cardinals opener. The Cards stay home after this ridiculous series they had with the Mets in which every one of them went over. Overs are hitting at 83%. They're 5-1-1 for games played at Busch Stadium this year. I don't think there's a wind or weather element involved. But does that trend mean that you'll play the over on the Diamondbacks and Cardinals game tonight?
No, I wish. I wanted to so badly because what I love to do is look at the trends. Who has the most overs in their home park? Who has the most unders in their home park? Unfortunately, with this matchup, Arizona's not it. The Diamondbacks have the worst batting average in baseball. They have a sub-200 batting average at around 170. Then the last 12 games, the Diamondbacks actually have one of the top 3 starting ERAs amongst their starting pitchers. It's a stay-away spot on the total for me at 7.5. This could be a low-scoring affair with a team like Arizona that's not hitting the ball well and with good pitching. It's just a trend to keep an eye on, though. Overs hitting at Busch Stadium this year.
Yeah, gosh, those 7.5s are so tempting. But your Diamond K play of the day also speaks to not a lot of runs for the Arizona Diamondbacks today. Kind of. You like Dakota Hudson's strikeout number. What is it?
It's at 3.5. I like the over on the St. Louis Cardinals starter Dakota Hudson. When you look at the averages this year, The averages for Arizona, they have done really poorly when it comes to right-handed batters, at least from a strikeout perspective. They have the highest K rate against righties. Righties are averaging just over 5 strikeouts per start when up against the Diamondbacks. This number has hit the over in Hudson's 2 out of 3 starts this year. He even went over with 4 strikeouts against the Kansas City Royals. The Royals have the second lowest K rate in baseball. Pretty much everyone else strikes out more than them. The Royals are a team that if you're going to go over your K prop against, then I've got to take a hard look against a team like Arizona, who has the highest K rate against righties, over 3.5 on Dakota Hudson. Maddie, unfortunately, this number has gone up to 4.5 in some spots. I probably wouldn't bet in over 4.5 because that key number has been 4. Hudson's had 4 in 2 out of his 3 starts.
I think that number went up because of your Twitter followers. And here's the lesson to learn, America. Follow Ariel on Twitter. She puts her picks out early. Jump on it before the line moves, as it has on Dakota Hudson's strikeout total. That's my advice for the day. It's free. Ariel, thank you.